Hi, everybody. Once again, welcome to the Mark Few Show. I'm Greg Heister with the coach. And, Coach, another successful week here in Zackville. 2 more wins up on the board. Some general thoughts to get us going. How'd the guys play this week?
I thought we really responded, especially against Davidson. I mean, that was a tough situation. We've been leaning on Matt extremely hard, probably as much as reminds me of the one year in the decade of excellence that we leaned on Blake so much.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt's been logging a lot of minutes. He's been scoring a lot of points. He's in on every play on offense and defense, it seems like. And, we got the news just a couple hours before that game, and I thought our guys just did a fabulous job of responding and not dwelling on what we lost, but looking at it as an opportunity for them to step up and make plays. And not just Grant Gibbs, who filled in for him, but I thought Manny came in. Obviously, Bull Kong's getting better and better each game, but a guy like Meach Goodson, it changed his role around a lot, and it was so great to see him back attacking and really pushing the ball and getting us going, and he was phenomenal. And then it also, I think, got our post going a little bit. I think they were much more aggressive, which was how they played earlier in the year, and especially over in Maui. Yeah,
Meach, Robb, and Harris with career highs in that game. Scored over 100 points, but you gave up nearly 90.
Yeah, we conversely, it was not one of our better defensive efforts. But, the other thing with Matt not in there, we lost a real experienced defender. Matt's really became a very good defender for us on both on the ball and off the ball. And Davidson's a very intricate offense to try to chase around, and they shot the ball extremely well. I mean, they were open on some of them, but you still have to make them. And for the way they shot the ball from 3, and then we just had some lapses, especially on some of their slips and cuts to the basket. But by and large, it was a very, very good win in lieu of the circumstances. And Davidson's a good basketball team.
And I know Elias is much farther ahead at this point in his career than Casey Calvary was, Coach. But it seems,
how do you know that?
Well, I can remember. I was around for them. But I mean, it seems like Harris attacks the rim a lot like Casey used to. With the same sort of energy.
Very aggressive, very tough-minded, very quick off the floor. That was so long ago, I can't remember where Casey was his freshman year. I think Elias is progressing very well, especially if you saw earlier where he was able to step out and hit some threes. I think that's a part of his game that hopefully he'll just get better and better, so then that'll help us space the floor. I still think he can continue to rebound the ball better and hopefully get better and better on the defensive end too, because I think he can be a real force on the defensive end when we really get him dialed in, concentrate. I think he can guard 1 through 5. His feet are good, and he's a smart kid, but he's not there yet.
It's the Mark Few Show. When we come back, another look back at the decade of excellence, and we'll check in with Rony Turioff and his impact. Stay with us. Turioff is an unforgettable personality. He came to Gonzaga as a raw, athletic, team-oriented player. He left a star, an NBA player, and a pillar of this program. The ultimate example of what it is to be a Zag.
The team, the whole school did. I think even Spokane, the lights got brighter just because, this guy, you'll never meet anybody like him in your entire life, just with his charisma and zest for life.
Just a great teammate. What else can you say? That's about as good a compliment as you can get, is just being a guy you can always depend on and off the court.
Is one of the better teammates I've ever had, at all levels. He's always excited, always positive, and like you said, he keeps it fun.
And he always put his teammates first. A chance at the NBA would have to wait a year when he decided to stay at Gonzaga after his junior year.
And he was kind of leaning against going to the NBA, and I said, okay, that's great if that's your decision, but we need to come up with some reasons why you'd want to go or why you wouldn't want to go. And he just said, you know, one of the things is I can't have you, speaking about me, can't have you go out there alone on senior night. And that obviously speaks to the kind of teammate and the type of friend that Ronnie is. That, I mean, that would even ever enter his mind when there's a multi-million-dollar NBA contract in the line, that he would come back to be there for his senior year with his friend, and that's something that you'd want to do.
All right, Coach, I know Ronnie, one of your favorite players in the 20-plus years you've been around here now.
Somebody I'll remember for the rest of my life. I mean, he's a friend, just a phenomenal person, phenomenal player, and you know, just a guy that I think everybody that came in contact with, you know, he touched in one way or another, whether he had anything to do with basketball or not. I mean, he's just you know, one of those once-in-a-lifetime people that had such a huge impact on this program, such a huge impact on our staff, and players, and the community, Gonzaga, pretty much everywhere. I think even all of college basketball. That was just with his playing, and then the aftermath of the story with his heart issue and what he went through to come back from that, I think makes it one of probably the greatest stories ever.
It was. It's the Mark Few Show. When we come back, the Coeur d'Alene Casino Fan Question of the Week. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Mark Few Show. Time now for our Coeur d'Alene Casino Fan Question of the Week. And it's Craig from Boise who writes, Coach, who have you most patterned your coaching philosophy after?
Wow. Gosh, I don't think there's one particular person in general. You know, I think all the things I've liked through all the years of coaching and playing and watching and all that, I think I've stolen a lot of ideas and philosophies from all across the board. And probably the biggest influence on my style or philosophy is the guys I work with.
Yeah.
You know, Leon and Tommy and Ray. Probably had the biggest influence, you know.
And how much, Coach, do you get from, like, you're breaking down games every week throughout the winter, so you see something you like, maybe you integrate it in what you do?
Totally. In fact, Bob McKillop and I were talking after the game, and we were just complimenting each other, and we both made the comment that we like watching each other's teams play on tape, or when you happen to watch them on live on TV, and he said, hey, you know, I steal stuff from you guys all the time. And I said, hey, likewise, you know, because they run great stuff and smart stuff, and they do, you know, they challenge you every time down the floor, maybe with switching defenses and doing different things. And so a lot of that, you know, and I've been fortunate enough over the years to, you know, through Nike and the Nike coaching trips, make a lot of great friends out there. So, you know, whether you pick up the phone and talk to Coach Boeheim about his zone, or talk a lot with Rick Barnes at Texas, Mark Turgeon at Texas A&M, and Doug Wojcik, Tom Izzo. You know, we've tried to really emulate Coach Izzo's rebounding philosophy with our program. Leon's done a great job with that. You know, I love always have how Roy Williams teams run. And so I think we've tried to emulate that a lot with our transition game. So, you know, and then probably just as the program in general, I think we really have tried to kind of get and done a great job with this. But I think us and Duke are very similar with it's a family atmosphere. Players that leave the program all stay in close contact with the program. They never really leave. They always stay a part of the family. I think that's very unique to programs like ours and Duke. So, you know, just kind of from all over the place. And then you bring it all together, and that's Gonzaga basketball.
You'll understand more about that family experience here at Gonzaga if you buy the Decade of Excellence DVD. It'd make a great stocking stuffer.
That's what I'm doing. I'm buying about 30.
That's what you said.
It's the easiest thing I can do for Christmas this year. And I think it's the best thing I can do. All my family and friends, I think they'll thoroughly enjoy when they sit down and watch it. So.
And we'll sit down with Chris Ponerola-Mogg when we come back. A walk-on PMOG. Stay with us. And welcome back to the Mark Few Show. Walk-ons, they're an integral part of every college basketball program, and nothing's different than here at Gonzaga.